Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Monday, May 29. The Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JTUTC, will be rolling out service to 3 routes in Clarendon starting this September. It will serve as a pilot for government's Rural Urban Transport Plan.
We're moving Maypen to be a hub, Maypen to Old Harbour, Maypen to Lionel Town, Maypen to Tollgate. All the routes that feed into that from the main arterial road are being analyzed in the structure. But the basic point is you'll be able to move at an equal cost level across the parish and increase the reach to the schools and to the various areas of travel that already exist.
The Transport and Mining Minister provided details on the pilot service during a recent tour of the planned routes. The tour included members of the taxi and bus associations operating in Clarendon as part of wide consultations to determine impact.
I've had a long meeting. They're on the tour. They will tell me where the impact is. They'll tell me whether there's enough routes or less routes or more routes, and I will analyze that in an area of the economic cost in the pilot program.
Between 8 and 12 JUTC buses will be rolled out to operate on the major arterial roads, while the feeder routes will continue to be serviced by the taxi and smaller bus operators. JUTC's Managing Director, Paul Abrahams, says there is to be a soft rollout in August to test the system. He says the new system will not adversely affect service to the Kingston Metropolitan Transport Region. Meanwhile, Managing Director of the Transport Authority, Cecil Morgan, says the new service should be a win-win for everyone, as new routes will be offered to transport operators.
For those persons who operate illegally, the Transport Authority will be opening up new routes and will be giving them an opportunity for them to come and to apply for those routes. I can tell you those routes will be announced very, very shortly by the Minister. They'll be available by the end of June, and they'll be able to apply for them.
Foreign Affairs Minister Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith is affirming Jamaica's continued support of Venezuela as she clarifies the island's position in recent discussions at the Organization of American States, OAS. During a special meeting of the OAS Permanent Council held on April 3, Jamaica was among most member states that supported a draft resolution addressing recent developments in Venezuela. During a statement to the Senate on Friday, Minister Johnson-Smith was emphatic that Jamaica's support was not a vote against Venezuela.
Jamaica supported the resolution, convinced that the process was valid and legal, that the resolution had the support of the majority of countries, was consistent with the principles enshrined in the Democratic Charter, and did not contravene any rules pertaining to the procedures at the OAS. We would be reneging in our duty as members of the inter-American community, of which Venezuela is a part, were we to remain silent in the face of continued deterioration of the social and political climate, or to withdraw from the process altogether.
The Foreign Affairs Minister says Venezuela's subsequent decision to withdraw from membership of the OAS is regrettable, adding that Jamaica and other OAS members are in favor of dialogue and reject any attempt at international isolation of that country. She has further indicated that Jamaica does not support the unauthorized and adverse utterances of the OAS Secretary General on the situation in Venezuela and in relation to the government of Venezuela.
These comments have not, to say the least, been helpful in achieving a peaceful resolution of the current situation, and we have stated our position on this in more than one forum.
She says Jamaica will continue to attend meetings of the OAS, including a consultative meeting of foreign ministers to consider the situation in Venezuela. It will be held on May 31, 2017 at OAS headquarters in Washington, D.C. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says that with new restorative justice facilitators being engaged, violent interpersonal conflicts should be reduced. The minister was addressing a recent graduation ceremony for a new batch of restorative justice facilitators. He says their task is crucial to curbing the culture of retribution in the settling of disputes.
With the training that you've had, I hope that you start seeing yourself as problem solvers. Your role is to bring people who are at daggers drawn to the bargaining table. Your role is to make them understand that there is a win-win situation with restorative justice.
From April 2016 to April 2017, more than 11,000 individuals were trained and sensitized in restorative justice. Local manufacturers and service providers will have the opportunity to forge new business deals when they gather for the inaugural Jamaica International Exhibition. The event is being put on by the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, JMA, and will be held from June 1 to 3 at the Montego Bay Convention Center. Speaking at a recent JIS think tank session, JMA Executive Director Imiga Brees McNabb said the event would be used to promote commerce and trade among local and international manufacturers and suppliers of goods and services.
We have over 70 buyers that are confirmed to attend the show, of which 50 or more are international. We actually have over 100 exhibitors who will be exhibiting from the manufacturing sector, the services sector, financial sector, and many more.
The event is supported by the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries and JAMPRO, which will be responsible for buyer recruitment for the show. The event is open to the public free of cost on June 2 and 3, 9 a.m. daily. And finally, Culture Minister Olivia Grange says government intends to expand its Arts in the Park program to focus on copywriting the various genres of Jamaican music.
That is very much the pension of the creative individual. And so it's important that they know about IP and they're able to protect their rights. We would want to also bring in the National Library, which has the Legal Deposit Act. We would want to bring in the various cultural agencies and to expand not just Arts in the Park, but the other art forms, and to educate, to assist the development of our artists.
Minister Grange was speaking on the final of the three-day Arts in the Park 2017, which focused primarily on the visual arts. Partners included the National Gallery of Jamaica, the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts, and other private art luminaries.
Arts in the Park 2017 has turned out to be an extremely successful event. And what it has shown is that when you have a joined-up effort, it's bound to be successful.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.